Welcome to AEO Brand Visible by Claudia-Elena. You've been Googling the same calculators over and over again. Tax calculator, BMI calculator, loan calculator, percentage calculator, and every single time you land on some sketchy website covered in ads, pop-ups, and buttons that seem designed to confuse you on purpose. That ends today. I'm about to show you a completely free website that has every calculator you will ever need, all in one place, clean, fast, and actually built for real people. No signups, no nonsense, just answers. Now, most people think finding a good calculator online means picking the least annoying option from Google. You settle, you deal with the clutter, you copy your answer and close the tab as fast as possible. But what if I told you someone built the exact opposite of that experience? A utility site so well organized, so fast, and so comprehensive that once you find it, you never need to Google another calculator again. I built this site from scratch. It's called smartercalculator.net. And in the first 15 days after launching, it hit over 2,700 unique visitors and more than 32,000 total requests with zero paid ads. Pure organic growth from day one. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what the site actually does, why it's genuinely different from everything else out there, and which calculators on it are going to save you the most time starting today. Let's get into it. The first thing you need to understand about smartercalculator.net is the sheer range of what it covers. We're not talking about 5 tools and a nice logo. We're talking about calculators across finance, health, math, science, everyday life, the full spectrum of situations where you need a quick, reliable answer. Think about your week for a second. You check your loan payment. You calculate a tip at a restaurant. You figure out how many calories you burned. You convert units for a recipe. You estimate your tax return. Smartercalculator.net is one tab for all of them. And here's why that matters more than you think. Every time you switch tabs, every time you reload a new site, every time you wait for some bloated web page to finish loading its 17 ad scripts, you lose momentum. You lose focus. And for something as simple as getting a number, that's genuinely frustrating. Smartercalculator.net loads instantly. The interface is clean. You type in your numbers, you get your answer, and you move on with your life. That's the design philosophy behind the whole thing, and it shows in every single tool on the site. But the speed and the clean design, as good as they are, aren't even the most impressive part. Here's where it gets interesting. Most calculator websites are built for search engines first and humans second. They're stuffed with keywords, surrounded by paragraphs of text you never read, and designed to rank rather than to help. Smartercalculator.net was built the other way around. It was optimized using something called AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. This is the strategy that gets your content picked up not just by Google, but by AI assistants, voice search, and the answer boxes that now sit at the very top of search results. In plain English, the site was built so that when you ask a question, whether you type it, speak it, or let an AI answer it for you, smartercalculator.net is the answer you get. That's why it grew up to 3,000 plus requests per day within the first 12 days. Not because of a viral post, not because of paid promotion, because the content was structured to be genuinely useful, genuinely clear, and genuinely findable. And you benefit from that directly. Because a site built to give clear answers to search engines is also a site that gives clear answers to you. Now let me show you some of the specific calculators that are going to be most useful in your day-to-day life. And I want to start with the finance section, because this is where most people waste the most time and make the most mistakes. The loan calculator on smartercalculator.net isn't just a payment estimator. You put in your loan amount, your interest rate, your term, and it breaks down your full amortization schedule. That means you see exactly how much of each payment goes to interest versus principal, month by month. Why does that matter? Because most people have no idea that in the early months of a loan, you're barely touching the actual debt. You're mostly just paying interest. Seeing that laid out visually changes how you think about paying off debt faster. One extra payment per year, one lump sum applied to the principal. The numbers show you exactly how much time and money that saves. That's not just a calculator. That's financial education in a single tool. But the finance section doesn't stop there. The percentage calculator alone is worth bookmarking the site for. Not because percentage math is hard, but because it's surprisingly easy to do wrong under pressure. What is 17% of 340? What percentage increase is 85 from 72? What is 250 minus 15%? These are the kinds of questions that come up constantly in sales, in budgeting, in negotiations, in everyday shopping. And smartercalculator.net handles all three types of percentage questions in one clean interface. You don't have to figure out which formula to use. You just pick the question that matches your situation and fill in the blanks. That's important, but if you skip the health calculators, you're leaving some of the most practical tools on the table. The BMI Calculator is straightforward. You know what that is. But the site also has a TDEE Calculator, which stands for Total Daily Energy Expenditure. This one is genuinely powerful. Most people track calories with no real baseline. They just guess. TDEE tells you exactly how many calories your body burns in a day based on your weight, height, age, and activity level. That number is your anchor. Eat below it, you lose weight. Eat at it, you maintain. Eat above it, you gain. No complicated diet plan, no subscription app, just the number you actually need, calculated in seconds. And paired with that, the site has a body fat percentage estimator, a calorie burn calculator for specific activities, and tools for tracking macros if you're going deeper into nutrition. The health section alone could replace 3 or 4 apps you're probably paying for right now. Now, here's the part that surprised even me when I was putting this together. The math and science calculators on smartercalculator.net go way deeper than you'd expect from a free utility site. We're talking quadratic equations, standard deviation, scientific notation converters, unit converters that cover everything from temperature to pressure to data storage. If you're a student, this is your new best friend. If you're an engineer or someone who works with numbers professionally, this is the tab you keep open. But even if you're just a regular person who occasionally needs to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius or figure out how many square feet are in a room, it's all there. It's all fast, and it's all free. The unit converter alone covers over a dozen categories: length, weight, volume, speed, area, energy, time, temperature, you name it. And unlike some converters that make you scroll through 100 options to find what you need, the interface here is intuitive. You find your category, you pick your units, you get your answer, done. That's important, but there's one more thing about this site that I think is genuinely underrated, and I don't want you to miss it. Every calculator on Smarter Calculator comes with a brief explanation of what the calculation actually means. Not a wall of text, not an SEO paragraph stuffed with keywords. A clean, simple explanation that tells you what the formula does, when to use it, and what the result means in real life. This is huge, because there's a difference between getting a number and understanding a number. If your loan calculator spits out a monthly payment of $847, that's useful. But if it also shows you the total interest paid over the life of the loan and explains what that means for your actual financial situation, that's transformative. SmarterCalculator.net does that. Across finance, health, math, science, all of it. You're not just getting answers, you're getting context. And that's the thing that turns a calculator website into something you actually trust and come back to. Now, real quick, if you're finding this useful, do me a favor and drop a comment below. Tell me which type of calculator you use most. Finance, health, math, something else? I read every single comment, and your answer actually helps me figure out what to cover next, because I'm planning a deep dive video on the most powerful financial calculators most people don't know how to use. If you want to see that, let me know down there. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. Because the content I'm building around tools like this, stuff that actually makes your daily life more efficient, that's exactly what this channel is about. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let me bring this together for you. SmarterCalculator.net is a free, clean, fast utility site with calculators covering finance, health, math, science, and everyday life. It was built with a design-first philosophy, meaning the experience is for you, not for advertisers. It grew to 32,000 requests in 15 days through pure organic traffic, because it was built to give real answers to real questions. And it comes with context, not just numbers, so you actually understand what the results mean. The link is in the description. Go open it right now in a new tab, bookmark it. Because the next time you need a quick calculation, and that time is coming sooner than you think, you're going to want this ready. You came into this video thinking you were about to see another boring calculator roundup. What you actually found is the last calculator site you'll ever need to search for. This isn't just a calculator site. It's a decision-making tool. Because when you can do the math instantly and actually understand the answer, you make better decisions. Faster. Go to smartercalculator.net right now, bookmark it, put it on your home screen. And the next time someone in your life needs to figure something out, a loan, a recipe conversion, a room measurement, anything, you're going to be the person who knows exactly where to go.